Hello everyone. So today I'm going to walk you through how to use Kitsu. So Kitsu basically is a management software we have been using to help organize our files and keep the team updated in a more structured way. So you can see that you have to go to your web page, log in into this IP account, just this one. And then at the first page, you will have a login user and the password. So the supervisor or lead will help you to create one. So once this one is have to be an email address. So this is the password. So once you log in, you will see the interface is like this. So you can see this is the production that I have been assigned on. This is the job name where I create a dummy job called LPS test. So from the first page, you'll see it's quite complicated, but don't worry. First of all, you go to your profile. Yeah, this is where you change your profile setting. So make sure that the time zone you change to the Kuala Lumpur, and then you can change your password here once you log in. And then most important is in here, you have to activate the MetaMost notification, change it to yes, and then give it a username for MetaMost use. So MetaMost is actually our in-house communication tools that we are still developing. So you need a user account. So this one, you need to log in from here, and this is my username. So you just give a unique username here, save changes, then you are good to go. So back to this page, and this is the main page, but overall first you can go to my task. You can see that this one is a filter to show that whatever task that has been assigned to me. So you can see this is I have one task to work on. Okay, so back to the production. Let's say this is the dummy user account. So I have another supervisor account here. So let's say for example here, I want to assign a job to the test account. First of all, you can see that when you click on this box, you'll see a new window pop up, and this is the status of your progress. So means that I want to assign it to the particular artist. So I just click one, then assign to this task issue, the account. Assign, so you'll see the icon will be updated here. And then maybe I will change the status from to do to ready, means that this shot is ready to work on. I will say please start model the by example. So I just post. Okay, so back to the normal artist account, refresh. Remember to refresh. Sometimes it might need refresh to update it. So you can see, oh, I have another new task saying that please start the model by the supervisor. So after I get the update, I will say I change my status to WIP, means that today I will start working on this task. So I just change the status to WIP post. So okay, after the whole day your production, you do a modeling example. So I want to show your progress, and then you go to the publish page tab here. Don't do it in the post. So you want to show your progress, you just go to the publish. So you will see the app preview, you click on it. So let's say I have modeled the car. There's two ways you can upload your picture or video. You can click and browse here, or you can just drag and drop here. Yeah, or even you can do is let's say you open this one, you click Ctrl C, and then you Ctrl V here. There's three ways you can do that. Okay, add the file to publish. So let's say I want to describe a bit about my progress, but in red color is on the okay. So I need to change my status from WIP to the BFA waiting for approval. So you need to update this 3 thing. Okay, so you just publish. So the reason why you need to do it in the publish tab is that you see you will keep track of the revision version. So that it's easier for supervisor and the whole team to keep track of the progress. So when back to the supervisor tab, you can see after I refresh, and then I check for this is for supervisor tab to check on what is the waiting for approval status. So you can see that, oh, this card has been updated by the artist. And then maybe I will look at it and I say that maybe you should use another color. I say please change the color to blue. Okay, so I just change the status to revise and then I post. So back to the another account, the normal artist account. So I just say that okay, I have the feedback from the supervisor say change the color to blue. And then today I'm going to start to work on this revision. So I just change the status to the VIP, work in progress. I'm working on this. So at the end of the day, after or 1 or 2 days later, I've done my revision. I will say that go to publish, add preview, and then I'm going to say, oh, I've changed the by. And then don't forget to describe a few words. Say that the bike is in blue color. And then I just update my status to waiting for approval again. So this one you can see revision 1 is the previous one. So I have to put 2 and then publish. So okay, this is the revision 2. You can click on the revision to check that the whole progress of this task. Revision 1 is this, revision 1, 2 is this. So okay, back to the supervisor page after refresh. Okay, the bike is changed to blue. I can see that. So I say it looks good. So I say that okay, it's good to go ahead, and I just post. So you can see this is updated, and the approved doesn't mean that it's done and no need to do anything anymore. So the approved means that the supervisor and the internal team, after discussion, we think that it's good to show the client or to be ready to put in the production for style frame or anything. In future, it's still going to be a possibility that he will come back again to do a revision and do some minor changes. Example that maybe we show to the client might think that the bike need, for example, the bike need a bit of purple color combination. So it's a client. And then I just, from approval, I will revise back to revise post. So you can see that, let's say I'm on my task. Then I say, hey, the bike is coming back again to revise. Think, oh, the client need it to be a purple color. So after that, I'll work on it. I just change it to WIP post. So today I will work on this comment. And then the same thing after I've done, I just publish another version, drag here and then update it. So my supervisor and the whole team will get updated in this tab like that. So once the supervisor assign the feedback, change it to revise, it won't get notified in this my checklist. The checklist from the supervisor is to check every day the status of the waiting for approval. So it's important for artists to remember to check the status to this after they have published their work. Okay, so basically this is the whole thing. Another one I want to talk about is this tab. So you can see this is a few button here. First of all, asset. So assets is basically the look depth and the elements that are built for to be put in the production. For example, the look depth modeling UV texturing material in for the character, maybe some props in the environment, the chair, the speaker, table, all this stuff that going to use in the shot. So it is under asset. And for shot and sequence, you can see that sequence is more bigger scenes. Like let's say this is indoor, scene one outdoor, scene 2 indoor. This is the whole sequence name. And inside the sequence, you have a few shots or cuts. So example, this one, scene 1 outdoor, you have 2 cuts, cut 1, cut 2. So I go to the outdoor scene. This one, you have maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, another 4 cuts for the production. So this is undercut. Sequence is the bigger the description and the group for the cuts. So inside the shots, you can see that this is all the progress department that in the production. So in the beginning, maybe the storyboard will kickstart. Then after that, when the production ongoing, maybe the look at artists are going to build the asset, and maybe the rigging department will start to do the rigging and skinning. While at the same time, other department might start to block the camera and use the dummy to do offline here. So somebody will be assigned to do this task. So after the look depth is done, like approved by the client and ready to be in production, so the rigging artist will update everything and start to work on the animation. So while work on the many animation, maybe the artist will pick some shot to do the light and render and style frame and layout for it. Then after that, maybe it's the rendering progress. Then only final is the compositing. So it's the step-by-step production, but you don't just wait for one department to complete, then continue another department. We have to work it on the same time, but keep everything on track and organized. So this is the shot, and then breakdown is the whole picture, is a bigger picture. Like look at the whole production section here. Not very important. And then maybe you can check the schedule. Schedule is the look at the schedule from the whole picture for each production department. And then you go to the team. This is all the team member in the company. Yeah. Mostly you work closely in this 3 tab, the most important thing. And then at the side there, you click on the logo, you can see that there's a few buttons to click. Actually, this one, my task is same with this one. And then my check is more on the supervisor task to check which is the work in progress to give feedback. So my production is which job you are currently assigned on. So only one job is assigned here. You can see that from supervisor tab, you can see a lot of jobs is ongoing, but maybe you are just assigned on this task. So you are just going to see one production here. But you can see other tasks from other department in the same job. Say some is from the compositing, some is for lighting, some is for rendering. This one is the whole thing to look at. And then okay, when you look at the tab here, we have a few things to check here also. So you can see you can show big thumbnail or small thumbnail, display and a contact sheet. So you can see that this one is the small snapshot of your progress update. And then you can show additional thing or hide it. And here you also can click on it, and maybe you want to see more detailed description, or you just want to hide it. Okay, so another thing, okay, you see this is the bell. It means that every day you can check here to see, oh, what is the status that update that related to your status and your job. So you just read after you mark all as read as well, and then to production. So basically you just update your progress every day and publish your job here before you went home. So the most important thing is to keep track of all the production status and all the feedback, but it doesn't mean that you just upload here and do nothing and doesn't talk to your supervisor and your team. Actually, this one is just for organization. You still need to upload your work in progress in everyday WIT folder in our job. So maybe the supervisor will check and here as well. So it's important. You can show more option or the progress here in a folder or more organized structure. And Kitsu is just for easier keep track of the short means the short conclusion of what is the progress and feedback and status for all the tasks. Yeah. Supervisor and production manager perspective. So here this is our login IP. You just key in your account and log in. So what is the difference from the supervisor account and the normal artist account? So the supervisor account will have more options to view and all the additional tab, which is the normal artist one only have limited to see the production. And first of all, in the supervisor tab, I would like to mention like how to create the production. So production is like a job folder. So in here we have a few job production that's ready. So to create a new production, you just click here. You give your name, a production name, and then what is the type. So for us normally is shots or only asset. Only asset means that you only build asset to third party and no animation or sequence involved. Short is like our commercial. So we'll keep to this. So in production, we'll choose 2D and 3D animation. So here you can start to set your project frame per second or the setting, ratio, resolution. So you can give an estimation date of your production date. So for example, this one I will give it the estimation date for the whole production. And then select asset type. You can select mostly all of it if all of this is required in this job particularly, and maybe there's no animation catch from effect, so I will avoid it. And the task type mostly is everything, but it have to depends on your production requirement as well. So I think mostly here are all the options that we have. Maybe the cut don't have tracking full CG, so I will no need to tick that lah. And then rendering, no simulation maybe, so maybe just this few department that I need in this task. So status, basically you just add everything inside. So this is to show the status of the production. And okay, so this is all the status that we have to import in the project, so the artist can update their status accordingly. And then the asset type, same as well. If you need all those assets, let's say you don't need the cache, you just leave it, and this no need to bother. A short okay, so if everything is properly done and set, you can click on it, all done, let's go. So I will not do that because I have already created this one, LPS test for our production test. So at the first page, maybe you will not see anything because you have to set your own asset sharpness sequence accordingly. So how to do that is just you click the create asset. Let's say the asset is under character, environment, or props. Let's say it's the props. I'll give you, let's say a bell. So maybe you'll give a description. So you just confirm. And then you have a new asset created here as a small description, and all the department will appear to be to do. So if you want to start assign task to a artist, you just click on this. Let's say you want somebody do a modeling, or you can shift click all together and just assign it to a person. Let's say I'll assign to the dummy project this test person. So just add. So you see the icon all is updated, and then you want to update the status also, like ready to work on it. You just change. So all the shot will get updated here, and then maybe you can type the comment. So each of them will update as well. So okay, this is the create part. Same as for the shots and sequence. So let's say here you want to create a new sequence. You just give it a name, maybe scene 03 in a cave. So type a description and confirm. So we are updated here. And inside the shots, you have the cuts for each sequence. So let's say I want to add the cut. You have to select the sequence that you have create. So let's say this is cut 8. Maybe I will select this and then I will type cut 09. Yeah. So maybe cut 10. So you can see that I've created 2 cuts and 1 sequence in this project. And after this, you can start to assign tasks to artists according to the department. So if first you create the project, you can't see this tab, you might need to come here to add in the additional thing, because when we create a project, we already create all these departments, so it all appears here. In case you missed out some department, you can add in this tab. So in this display setting, you can show a blick or all the different preview. This is the contact sheet, which you can see the small snapshot of the progress, the latest progress of this card. And so after you create this, if we look at the left hand side of the task, the tab, this one, my task is all the assignment that I assigned to myself. I mean the task that I need to do. And then the check, my check is it will highlight all the status that is waiting for approval. Let's say every morning you come in. So if you see this waiting for approval, means that the artist already done some updates and need you to review and give the feedback and revise accordingly. So you will type your comment here, like how you want it to do, and what is the comment or this. Okay. So my production is the place to see all your current job on hand. And so for the schedule wise, you can see the schedule from here. So this schedule is mainly focused on the production of this production that you selected. So you can see all the production date here. While for the main schedule is the whole company project that's going on, like every project that is in the studio working on it. You can see all of them here. And for the schedule wise, you can actually click the plus button here. Let's say in the production schedule in the Google Calendar, you want so this day is the preview date. So I can click here. I say my final review. So you have a so small note here. You can just to remind you of the overall schedule that we are planned in the production planning. This all is working on production internal. This is the client preview note for producer to add in, so that all the whole team know when is the preview date and production final date. Okay, and so now I would like to talk about playlist. So playlist is actually can create by supervisor to view the animation in a dedicated playlist. So let's say I want to add a playlist here. Okay. So you can see all the sequence and cut is here. So I want to add the entire movie playlist, and then okay. So you can see I can create a playlist based on the latest animation preview. Mainly is for the video preview. So for each department, you can see this one I don't have any preview yet, so I just click close. So you can see only light and render layer and animation have the video to see. So here you can play the video according to the one you add in your playlist. And for example, this one, we are currently viewing version 2. So there's a function here called compare. So this one, when you click on it, you can compare it to the version that you have. So this is version 2. Sorry, you go to the animation, you compare it to the version 1. So you can play it to compare what is the difference. This is the latest, this is the version 1. You can play side by side or overlay how many percent. So you can see, you can compare the difference, or you can play side by side. Yeah. So after your compare is done, you just click this, so you hide. Then for this one as well, I want to compare. I want to compare with version 1. And if you want to add the shot back, you just click this, and then okay, then you are done. You can add the shot and then come back here to review again. So this is the version 3 that I'm looking at. If I want to compare to the version 1, and then like this. So version 1 is a different video, so you can play it side by side. So after you have done, you just close the compare button. This one, okay. And then you can create all the playlists daily for you to easier to manage the feedback. And let's say another thing is you can write a note here. So let's say this one, you can draw something is like and then you can do a simple description, double click, and then you say go higher. Okay. So this is the, you can see there's a note here. At the same time, you can update your feedback here as well. So you just click on this icon, you will come up. So you will just update, maybe and move the piston up. Oh, so you can view and you can comment and give feedback as well. Don't forget to update the status. So this is the playlist, and you can create a lot of playlists by date so that you can keep track of your animation preview from the playlist. Yeah, and for the WIP, for supervisor, you don't 100% depend on the Kitsu to review their progress and all this revision. For dailies, you have to check the WIP folder for each day of the update. Artists, they will update their progress inside here as well. So you will have to go and check their progress and comment and discuss with all the artists if needed, and brief all the feedback, make sure everyone is understand the feedback. And for Kitsu, it's just a record for production manager and the whole team to keep track of all the updates and status. It's just a reminder and a keep track purpose. In the end, you still need to go into the team and discuss with them physically. So make sure you don't forget that, and check your my check here. Just check the status and remember to give the feedback and review their job every day. Right. Another thing I need to mention is that about the deadline and the due date. So you can see from the production side, this one, let's say for example, the modeling, this tab, you can click inside. Actually, you can set all the start date and due date here. So let's say for this all character, I can shift click to set the, let's say I'll start today and the due date will be December Friday. Okay. So after that, you will update this date to the whole production schedule, and you can see that you can click here to go to comment as well each one of them in a more clear way. So you can show and hide the schedule, and you can label the difficulty for each card if you need it, and so this one you can see how many times the retakes have been taken. So the 2 dots mean that we have been revising this 2 times, and the artist assigned you can see clearly. So after that, you can see the schedule and another tab as well. And here is the estimation. You can have a look. So I won't explain details. So remember, when you assign a task to them, here is only to comment the feedback and see the published revision. So you have to go inside and actually set the date for all the production you have been assigned to the artist. Set the date.